In 2005, it is already quite significant. What it means is that the government transfers to the lower income group, after subtracting the taxes they pay, GST and any other tax they pay, effectively double their income in 2005 because we had a 100% transfer. We effectively doubled it. By 2010, it was 136% transfer as a percentage of their incomes, and now it's 163%. And the first thing you notice, of course, is that this has been a shift that started a full 10 years ago, and step by step, we moved up our support by intervening when people were young, by intervening in the working years, and increasingly now in the senior years. It's not just an innovation of the last 5 years. And I recognize, of course, that there's some political cunning in saying that this all came about because of GE 2011. I'm sorry, it didn't. The world did not start in 2011. We made very clear our intentions and our motivations in 2007. We made clear it was going to be a multi-year strategy, and step by step, starting from the kids when they're young, through working life, into the senior years, we've been moving towards a more inclusive society, step by step. And we intend to continue on this journey, learning from experience, improving where we can. But this is not a result of 2011. We've got to not just do more, not just spend more, but reinforce the values that sustain a fair and inclusive society and sustain support for a fair and inclusive society. It's not just how much we intervene, but how we do it. And we've got to do it in a way that gives everyone the pride of contributing in their own way whilst getting a fair deal. We can't take a hands-off policy. It can't be all about self-reliance, because the natural workings of the market will lead to inequality and excessive inequality, and it will just sap the morale of our society. We can't take a hands-off strategy, but neither do we want a strategy of handouts all along the way, because that just takes the pride out of people, and it saps the energy of our society. We've got to have a system not a hands-off strategy, not a handout strategy, but a system of hand-ups, starting from young, helping everyone discover their strength, helping them to have a real chance of succeeding at what they do, and having the pride of contributing, so that everyone feels they're contributing even as they get a fair deal. And we can do it, empowering people, supporting their aspirations, and enabling them to contribute and to take pride in earning their own success. And we've got to make sure that this doesn't end up the way it has in many other societies, where it just becomes a contract between me and the government, a financial contract between me and the government. I paid this much taxes, I want that much back in benefits. We've got to keep a culture of responsibility across our society, individual responsibility, government responsibility, but also community responsibility, a civic culture where we all feel involved. One of the inadvertent results of the extensive redistribution in a very statist model in some of the advanced economies, including the Scandinavian economies, has been the weakening of the civic culture. And indeed, in almost all advanced societies, civic society is now much weaker than it was a few decades ago. Everything, not just the religious organizations, but community clubs, every form of community organization is weaker now. Membership is down, attendance is down, voluntary action is down. And it's now the individual and the state. That's not a better society. We must keep this culture of everyone being responsible, the individual and the family trying their best for themselves, the government playing its role to actively intervene to support the lower income group, and particularly for the elderly, the middle income group, and society, community, local organizations, volunteers playing an active role. Let's keep up that culture where everyone takes responsibility.